Join me for another solo adventure. Today I am sailing on board Celestyal Journey and we are off to explore Thessaloniki, Greece. In this video I will share more information about Celestyal Cruises and take a walking food tour through Thessaloniki. It's sure to be one full day of food, adventure, and history. Be sure you are subscribed with the notification bell turned on because you don't want to miss my upcoming port stops in Kusadasi, Crete, Mykonos, Santorini, and Milos. All right, good morning. It is day 2. I am currently on board Celestyal Journey for a 7-night cruise through the idyllic Aegean. Today we are in Thessaloniki, and we have a kind of a later port arrival time, so we won't arrive until 12. It is just 8 a.m. So I'm up having breakfast, and I have a short excursion booked today through Celestyal, so guys, join in. If you aren't already following, please subscribe, like this video, and we're off to have breakfast. It's another breakfast with the view, or first breakfast with the view. I got made to order omelet, pork sausage, bacon. I only got a little because I wanted to try it. Chocolate croissant. I've never had a spinach pie, but that's very popular here, so I want to try the spinach pie. That chocolate muffin just looked really good. And then I got coffee and juice. So word to those of you who like to drink, probably bring your own cup because all of their cups are really tiny like that, so bring a reusable, refillable cup. So I love all of the natural lights here in the buffet. For breakfast you can choose to dine here in the buffet or in the main dining room. I can't think of the name of it, but it's more of a pretty much the same thing from what my waiter last night told me. You could decide if you want to do that or if you want to just come to the buffet. They have quite a few options. They had made to order omelet station. They were making pancakes fresh. They have yogurt, pastries, coffee, all kinds of different things. Now they also don't have coffee creamer. That was something that I learned last year when I was in Italy. They tend to use milk. So if you prefer creamer, bring those little travel size creamers with you. That's what I'll be doing next time. I forgot to do that for this time. So I had to put a little bit of milk in my coffee. Also with the drink package, you can get specialty coffee. I don't see anyone coming around to take orders for those, so I think you might have to go to a bar to get those, but I'll confirm that in a little bit. But I'm going to enjoy my breakfast and see what they have going on this morning before we get off. I know there are a couple of things. There's a couple of lectures. Now they'll do a lecture every day for an upcoming port. For today's, I think it's for Turkey. So when we arrive in Turkey, Ephesus, they're going to give some history there. So I plan to attend that. There are a couple of like little game shows that are going on. But again, you have to be sure to read your daily paper. So I brought it to read for breakfast. Everything's there in your daily program and it tells you exactly what's going on. So I'm going to read this and have my breakfast. So y'all, this pineapple juice it's fresh pineapple juice. So they have juice in like the dispensers that I guess concentrated juice. Then they had this like off to the side. I don't think I've ever had pineapple juice taste like this. Like I'm thinking of like the watered down MSC pineapple juice. This is not that. This is like pure pineapple juice. And I can tell now why they have it in these small cups, because it is very sweet, just pure pineapple juice. So I don't think I've ever had that before. It's really good. Also, something else to know, they do have solo travelers meetup. So this morning under my door, they slid under my door an invitation to a solo travelers meetup for this evening. It's like before dinner time. Well, actually not my dinner time. I think it was like 7 p.m. and they were doing a meetup and they had drinks. and it said maybe we can go to dinner afterwards. I don't go to dinner that late, so I probably won't go to the solo travelers meetup, but that's kind of cool that they offer that. I'm sure you're wondering about the coffee. It is really strong, but it's not as strong as it was in Athens. I think with creamer it'd be really, really good. I give the spinach pie a try. It's not bad. You can tell it's an acquired taste. I'm not a huge spinach person. I don't eat spinach. But there's some sort of herb in there that's kind of overpowering it for me. So that's a no for me. But my goal for this cruise is to try at least one new thing a day. Today I will be in Thessaloniki and I will be on a food tour, so I'll be obviously trying things there. But they have different things on the buffet that you may not have at home. So my goal is to try, you know, something new. That's just not it for me. I don't like, it's like maybe mint or something in there. Yeah, I don't care for that. And the bacon and sausage is also very different. I don't know if you guys can see how it has like herbs and things in there. Sorry, I don't mean to put the sausage in front like that, but just want to show you it's different. Not bad. I don't care for the bacon. The sausage is good, but it's not going to be your typical Jimmy Dean or Roger Wood or anything like that. So keep that in mind, but it's tasty. Yeah, so they had beef and they had pork sausage available. This is the pork one. It's pretty good. All right, something interesting that I'm reading in the paper is that it is strictly prohibited to take food away from the dining room. That is very interesting. It says, for health and hygiene purposes, it is not allowed to take any type of food away from the dining areas. Consumption of food at another area, cabin, or ashore is strictly prohibited. Thank you. So that is something very different. So those of you who like to eat in your cabins, who like to, you know, take your food elsewhere to go eat, it's not allowed. That is very interesting. It says here for dress code in the dining rooms, like for dinner particularly, it says most customers like to dress up for dinner, so it is advisable for ladies to wear dress or long slacks, and for men to wear long trousers and shirt or jacket. It says please refrain from wearing shorts, and no shorts in the dining room. I think they're more so speaking for dinner, but yeah, that's interesting. So make sure you read up. There's a lot to read. That's why I brought it to breakfast. It has a lot of information on like different meetups that they're having. They always have a drink special for each day, the premium cocktail of the day. So if you have the Sky High, you'll pay a supplement. If you have the Sky High Plus or whatever the next package is, it's included. So it kind of gives you a lot of information. But yeah, that just kind of sparked my attention. So FYI. And in case you're wondering, this chocolate muffin is really good. Like full, if you like chocolate, full of chocolate. Really good. It just needs some milk with that. So good. So I was hoping to show you guys the kids club. It opened at 9 this morning. It's like from 9 to 11 this morning. They are closed during port times. Kids club is only for ages 3 to 12. They have very limited hours, but it's kind of on and off throughout the day. I was hoping to take you guys in to show you the kids club. I thought if I got there early, but there's only a couple of kids on the sailing. I haven't seen many kids at all, but it's probably because they've already gone back to school. But yeah, I got there and there were already kids waiting, so won't be able to film that just yet, but I will get it before the end of the cruise. So Fig and Honey also has juices, so it's like a juice bar as well. It's an upcharge, but if you have a drink package, some of it's included with your drink package. I'm gonna try to find some coffee this morning though. so the cappuccino is included with the drink package. If you have the Sky, I'm trying to get these drink packages right. If you have the Sky High, which has up to €7, you can get a small cappuccino. If you have the other package, Sky's the limit, I think it is, which is the one you get up to €10, you can get the larger one. So but guys, I have to tell you, the service has been great. I have the same bartender that seeks me out every time. She's amazing, and she already kind of knows what I want already, and it's only day 2, so excellent service on part of Celestyal. So yeah, so I didn't stick around for the lecture. There were only 6 people in there. I noticed that there was a lecture for tonight for the history of Greek olive oil. More interested in that, I think. Of course, I'll learn about Ephesus when I get in port. But yeah, if you're into lectures and things, definitely it's your traditional lecture, like somebody standing at a podium talking to you. So didn't want to sit in that, but there's supposed to be Pictionary going on right now here at Ocean Bar, so we'll see what Pictionary looks like. There's also on the pool deck, they're going to be doing a dance class here soon, and they're doing some sort of game right now. So I'm just trying to show you guys a little bit of what they have to offer. Now again, keep in mind, because this is a very port intensive itinerary, there's not like a whole lot of activities going on, just looking at the daily program, but I'll take you guys around and show you some of the things that they have to offer throughout the day. Alright, so still waiting on Pictionary to start. It's supposed to start at 10, it's 10:15, so they said it'll start soon, but I'll probably be heading up to go check out the dance class. I think it was cha-cha maybe. But something that I noticed is, I mentioned the Wi-Fi package and how most packages you get 1 hour per day. You have to pause the Wi-Fi. Well, once you get close to land, if you have an international plan, like I have an international plan, and we're still cruising, but we're like kind of inland, so like I see land on both sides, I'm able to connect and not use my Wi-Fi package. So I'm able to connect to my international plan. So definitely check, don't take my word for it, check with your phone carrier, because of course it's different depending, you don't want roaming charges, but because I see land on both sides, I tested it out and it's working just fine. So I'll save my internet for tonight when we're cruising and we're away from land. So just a little tip for you, but definitely check it out with your phone carrier. So Pictionary never happened, although they were set up for it. So people were waiting. I don't know what happened. The guy was talking. One of the crew members, I think he was leading Pictionary. They kept saying that it was going to start soon. So I'm not going to show that to you guys, but I'm going to head up and see what's going on the main pool deck.
Todos invitados a participar. Aquí los esperamos.
3, 1, 2. Come in the middle, come in the middle. The right with that back, okay?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Backward. Amen. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Y 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 y 1, 2. Pa, pa, pa. Y pa, pa, pa. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, so the meetup spot for English speakers for the tours are going to be in the main theater. The information won't be on your ticket. You actually have to look at the daily program to figure out what time you have to meet up. It'll say it there. So my meetup time is 12:30. They ask you to stop by Short Excursions Desk to get earbuds. They're going to provide you with a device. It's called the Whisperer. If you don't return it, it's €85, so make sure you return it. If you have a tour that's like a walking tour or a guided tour where they're going to be talking to you, so definitely keep that in mind. And if you're like me and can't wear earbuds, you might want to bring your own that you can plug in. So I'm just going to sit here and wait until they start calling for our excursion.
I would like to see who are the lucky ones going to the Thessaloniki Food on foot. I'm on diet, but you will love it. I did it before I started the diet. You will love it. So, you are bus sign, yeah, number 12.
Thank you. All right, first time in Thessaloniki. It is a warm breeze. It's like 82 degrees, so it feels really nice. Not too hot, overcast, so it'll be a great day. So I am bus number 12, Thessaloniki Food on foot. So it is a walking tour. I think they're going to take us to like the city center, and then it's walking around to get food. So I'm excited for this. Yeah, it's a beautiful day out. And there's people embarking the ship today as well. Hello. Thank you. So we're actually not even on a bus. I went looking for bus 12 and they said, no, you're just meeting up on the corner. They kept saying bus 12. They should have just told us to find whoever was holding number 12 sign up, because this is where we are.
Guys, let me know if you can hear me. You also turn on your devices. There is an on and off switch on the side. Us or Nick, if you prefer, whatever. I will be your guide today. We are going to walk around a little bit in the city of Thessaloniki, and we are going to eat our way through the history of this place. Now, as you can see, the port is not located in a very convenient place for us, so we are going to get into one of these buses, and it's going to leave us a little bit more centrally, and then we're going to go. So we're going to get on the bus for like 1 minute or 2 minutes, and then at the exit of the port, we begin our tour. I think.
So we actually will be getting on a bus. They said it's just like a 2-minute ride into the city center, so they're going to kind of squeeze us in on the other excursion buses just to drop us off. So that's the plan.
Algumas coisas ela é mais. Now the city center of Thessaloniki. This is it right here, the city center, and we are going to eat our way through the history of this place. Now Thessaloniki, I don't know if you ever heard of Thessaloniki before you booked this cruise. I don't know if you ever heard the name of Thessaloniki. However, Thessaloniki is actually one of the oldest cities in Europe, or in Greece at least. We know exactly how old Thessaloniki is. Thessaloniki is 2,339 years old exactly. And we know that because we know exactly when Thessaloniki was created. It was the year 315 before Christ. 315 years before Christ, a little bit after Alexander the Great. Alexander, he created this huge empire, but when he died, he left no heirs, nobody to take his place. He had one son out of marriage, illegitimate, doesn't count. One of his wives is 7 months pregnant, but nobody will wait for a baby, who might even be a girl, to be born and grow up and become the king. No. So the moment Alexander died, everybody started fighting about who is going to take what part of the empire. And there was this guy, his name was Cassander. Cassander was a childhood friend of Alexander. They went to school together. A childhood friend gives you something, but not a lot. So he thinks, if I want to get more, I must connect myself with Alexander through marriage. So why don't I get married to one of Alexander's sisters? Why don't I get married to Thessaloniki? Thessaloniki, before it was a city, it was a woman. She was half sister of Alexander the Great. Same father, different mothers. So Cassander gets married to Thessaloniki in order to become family with Alexander, and in order to demonstrate his affection, he comes over here. And over here, there used to be 25 small little villages and settlements all over the Gulf. So Cassander, he says, you 25 little villages, you are going to come together, you are going to become a city, and your name is going to be Thessaloniki. Thessaloniki's cuisine is the only Greek cuisine that has been incorporated into UNESCO's heritage program. Like the cuisine of Thessaloniki is a UNESCO monument. The cuisine of Thessaloniki, not the Greek cuisine, not the cuisine of Athens, the cuisine of Thessaloniki. Why? Because the cuisine of this city is like the history of the city. It has layers. But this is Greece. Everything has layers. I mean, we stop over here because there is shade and space. Nothing particular over here, but a nice view of this ugly parking lot right over here. Let's not make this significant about this ugly parking lot. You saw that there is the monument for the Holocaust right over there. Why would we place the monument to the Holocaust right over there? Because it was right here in this square, we call it Freedom Square, where the Nazis, they gathered the male Jews in order to register them and then send them to the ghettos. So on a Saturday, on a Sabbath that is sacred for the Jewish people, they were gathered all over here. They were forced to do calisthenics in order to humiliate them. There were beatings and spittings, and then from here to the ghetto, and from the ghetto to Auschwitz. So they destroy the parking lot, they take out some of the trees, they start digging a little bit, then we ran out of money. We let it like that for like 4 years unused, and then they say, since we are not doing anything with this, let's make it a parking lot. So now it's a parking lot over again. Now they say they are going to make it a place of Jewish memory, and we'll see. Maybe parking lot again. Let's see. Follow me this way. Now I don't know about grandma, maybe it's something that we say, but the big fire of 1917 was no joke. It was burning for 3 days and 3 nights. And after the fire was done, 70% of the population went homeless. 70% of Thessaloniki homeless in 3 nights. Huge disaster. The area over here managed to survive the fire. So it still maintains some of the old character of Thessaloniki, Lavadica we call it, the oil market. So nowadays it's full of restaurants, taverns, bar. It mostly becomes alive at night. It's a nice little place. Let's walk around. They look like oranges, but they are not actually oranges. They are bitter oranges. They are completely horrible. You can eat them, nothing is going to happen to you. But if you eat them, you'll hate me forever because they taste awful. I mean, if it was oranges, everybody would pick them up from the fridge. Everybody loves a nice orange. But these ones, the only thing you can do with them is boil them in sugar and syrup and then create some sweet dessert. But if you eat it like that, blah. Now they say that, you know, Greece, especially in the 20th century, the first half of the 20th century, this country has been gone through so many wars and cases of hunger and famine that after some point in all of our cities we started planting these trees, these bitter oranges, to make sure if anything like that happens again, at least we'll have the horrible fruit over there. It's horrible, but it's nutritious. Very important for the Muslims of the city, flowing water, very important for Muslims. Also very important for social reasons. The only opportunity a woman would have back then to leave the house without their husband and be just women alone is the hammam. And also, nowadays we go home, we take a shower, it's fast, easy. 500 years ago it was not that easy. You want to get clean, you come to the hammam. So hammams, very important. The Ottomans, they built hammams everywhere. Thessaloniki has 7 hammams like this, but Greek people were not really hammam people. So the last one closed in the 60s, like 60 years ago. Now they are beautiful buildings inside modern Thessaloniki. You walk around, hey, you find an Ottoman hammam. It's closed, it just exists. Now, let's begin with the food. Follow me this way.
they the custard
Yes,
ones?
and the cheese ones.
Okay.
What is it?
Well, it's like a phyllo pie sort of thing, and on my food tour I did in Athens the other night, the girl was from Thessaloniki.
Oh, okay.
And the only ones I've had in Athens were the savory ones, and she's like, oh, you have to have a custard one. They're from Thessaloniki
Okay.
and everything, so yeah. That's why I was asking them, is there a custard one? So yeah.
What can we here? If there is one trademark food in Thessaloniki, one food that is 100% Thessaloniki, this food is bugatsa. Bugatsa is considered to be the #1 food in Thessaloniki. You have two versions of bugatsa. One of them is with semolina cream, and the other one is with cheese. So one is sweet, the other one is savory. The name is, you can see it written over there, bugatsa, like Bugatsa. Now, what is bugatsa? I suppose most of you familiar with the Greek spinach pie, spanakopita, or the pita, the pie. In order to make a pie, you take the phyllo, the dough, the crunchy part, you sprinkle some olive oil, phyllo, olive oil, phyllo, olive oil. For bugatsa, phyllo, lots of melted butter, phyllo, melted butter, phyllo, melted butter. So there is lots of butter involved here. It's good for the soul, but not good for this here. Now, bugatsa. Why is it the #1 trademark food in Thessaloniki? It is because, I told you that Thessaloniki was Jewish, Muslim, Christian. We know what happened to the Jews, the Nazis. What happened to the Muslim people? 100 years ago, 1923, Greece and the Ottoman Empire, we had an exchange of populations. We said every Muslim in Greece goes to Turkey. Every Greek in Turkey, every Greek Orthodox Christian in Turkey comes to Greece. Mandatory and no exceptions. Turkish people leave Greece for Turkey. Suddenly, the population goes up by 1 million. Bugatsa and chocolate milk, it's a recipe for disaster, I tell you that. And enjoy. Everybody needs water, there is water and the glasses right over here. Plastic cups over here.
They're both really good. I like the sweet one better though. It's really good.
So as you can see, there are many types of bugatsa. You can have bugatsa with cream or cheese like we had. There is one with meat, there is one with spinach. You can do bugatsa with whatever you want. But the classic flavors, let's say, the ones we just had, cheese and cream. Me personally, I'm a cream guy, but it's a matter of taste. Oh, look at that, nice. All of these are good. For everyone. Eli Modiano, he didn't want to be a banker like his whole family. He wanted to become an architect. So he designed a market and he built the market. This one. Modiano Market is the name. He started building it in 1923. It opened its gates in 1930. Aristotle Square, dedicated to famous Greek philosopher Aristoteles. This is the city center. And you probably noticed that this looks completely different than the rest of the city. This is because of the big fire of 1917. Before that, Thessaloniki became part of Greece in 1912. Before that, it was part of the Ottoman Empire. It looked like Istanbul. 1912, it becomes part of Greece. 1917, it gets burnt down to the carpet. Now, it's an opportunity for the Greek people to rebuild Thessaloniki the way they want it to look like.
So ouzo.
You take your glass, you put a little ice in your glass, and then you put the ouzo in the glass. You are going to notice that it's going to taste. This is the anise. Anise smells like licorice. It interacts with water and
Flavor. It smells like black licorice. Tastes like black licorice.
It doesn't sound like a bad one. That was in high school?
Very strong. I said sip it slowly. Don't drink it too fast. It's really strong. Very, tastes like it's ouzo. Tastes like black licorice to me.
Yum.
Excuse me.
That's like a...
Bread is really hot. So it's a grape leaf wrapped with, has rice inside.
Yeah?
Oh, that is good. That's really good.
He likes them. I haven't tried them yet.
Really good.
If you like rice.
Yeah, I like that. Right. It's really good.
Won't fit.
Cut it?
Yeah?
Is there a better part of it or?
I have no idea.
Okay.
You can
It's probably going to be crispier over here. If you want more meat, go in the middle.
I like crispy. So.
Me, like, this part is really good.
Okay. Did anybody else want that before I
Go
cut
for it.
Okay. All right, they're keeping the food coming for sure. All right, let me try this octopus. I think this might be like hummus.
Is it like rubber?
It's more like beans. I mean, like
I'm trying to think what to compare it to. I can't think. What would you compare octopus to? What would you compare octopus to a seafood like shrimp or?
doesn't taste like much.
Calamari? Yeah.
Yeah. Right, it's not.
Well, if you have it in the States, it's whatever.
Yeah. Not bad. Thank you. I mean, they're just piling it up. They're just piling it up. So the eggplant tastes good. It's a little mushy for me. The texture.
My favorite taramasa, fish eggs, butter, olive oil, and things like that. It's very tasty.
Sardines, I think. It is sardine?
And I'm not sure what else.
I think the salt,
Okay.
egg of fish. They say tarama.
Okay.
You know tarama?
No.
No? It's eggs of some fish. You have salmon, but I think it's not salmon because it's not pink.
Okay.
I don't know. but it's a fish.
All right. It's a
And
fish.
I don't know in English, anchois.
Sardines?
Like a sardine.
Anchovy or
Okay.
sardine?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Salty, but isn't bad.
Some people associate Greece with lamb. If we go to meat, it's going to be pork. We mostly do pork. We do chicken. We do beef, and then we go to lamb. But lamb, it's something special. I like lamb. You know, on Easter Day, I told you Christmas is my second favorite meat dish of the year. Easter is my favorite. On Easter Day, we roast the whole lamb. No, we take the whole lamb and we roast it. The thing is that for us, the Christian Orthodox, before Easter, it's 50 days of fasting. So for 50 days, we begin by cutting off meat and things like that, and gradually we cut more and more and more and more stuff. Eventually, on the last week, we eat like pasta with nothing, or I don't know, one fish or something like that. So for 50 days, it's fasting, and then you go to a whole lamb. How can you go from 50 days of not eating properly to going to roasting a whole lamb? It's very difficult. So this is what we do. We take the insides of the lamb, the intestines and all this, the livers and all this, we chop them up real good. We make a soup with it. Now Saturday night is when Jesus Christ is resurrected. Midnight, Jesus is resurrected. We all go to the church, and then at 12 o'clock the priest is going to say Jesus is resurrected, and we're like more and very happy, and we have red eggs and we make egg fights, and then we go like 1 a.m. in the night back to home and we eat this soup. Magirica, it's like intestine soup. We eat the soup, so now our body is ready. We take a little nap, and then like 5 in the morning we wake up, we start roasting the lamb, and then that is something. That is something, I tell you that. Considered to be their national dish. What would you think it is? Olives. I'm talking about this, like not a material, like a food. Souvlaki, no. Our national dish is bean soup. Bean soup is our national dish. Yeah. Why? I told you that especially in the first half of the 20th century, lots of hunger, lots of famine, lots of war. You take a pot of water, you throw in some beans, a carrot and an onion, and you got yourself a meal. So the poor man's food is our national dish, the bean soup. Many people know Thessaloniki because of its place in the Bible, and many people know Thessaloniki because it has actually 8 UNESCO churches. 8 churches that are older than 1,000 years old. This is one of them. This one dates from the 7th century. It's 1,300 years old. Black, no sugar. Medium, a little sugar. Sweet, more sugar. So, how many people would they like their coffee black, no sugar? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yes.
7. Okay. How many people would like? When it comes to sweet stuff, desserts, we go Turkey all the way. The sweet syrupy dessert stuff. So, you have kadaifi. Kadaifi is this thing that looks like pasta like ancient here. This is called kadaifi. It's just literally pasta. Inside you have walnuts and syrup. You have this over here which is like normal butter with a little cocoa inside and lots of syrup. And then you have this little triangle. This is a very Thessaloniki thing. We call it triangles, like triangle, triangle. It's from Thessaloniki. It's something like, let's say someone from Athens visits Thessaloniki. They are going to go home with a box like that.
It's very sweet, very sticky. That's good though.
How long have you been walking?
2 years. Alright, everything is like really sweet. I'm waiting on my coffee. It's like really sweet. So he said everything, like they have a lot of syrup, lots of sugar, lots of sweets, and all of this is really sweet, but it'll go well with coffee.
My best friend just went on Celebrity Ascent back in March. Loved it. That was their.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite ship.
They partially back to their headquarters in Mumbai in India, and I was like, okay, which in the.
Alright, so that is the end of this tour. Guys, I highly recommend it. It was really nice. It does require a lot of walking, so if you're not down for walking, you might not like it. But it's flat ground, so no hills or anything, but definitely wear sneakers or walking sandals because there's some cobble, some marble. So be careful, but great tour, great food. Had a really good time. Now back to the ship. Alright, I freshened up and I am headed to dinner. Now dinner, they do not have set dining times for the main dining room. You just show up anytime between 6:30 and 10 and you dine. So I'm headed there.
Good evening, how are you?
Hello, good, how are you? Perfect, thank you. Thank you. All right, so in the main dining room, they said you can order as much as you want. Some of the names are just in Greek, so they'll come translate and let you know what it is. So kotopolo, I think he said, it was chicken. It doesn't say chicken on it, so make sure you ask if you have a question about it. That's what he recommended for tonight. And then they also have some of the chef's gourmet selections that you can order from the steakhouse for an upcharge. And they have the menu in multiple languages, so he turned it right to English for me. But yeah,
So before we start, madam, I just introduce myself. My name is Aris.
Yes.
And I will be your waiter tonight. And that's my not so young partner, Jojo.
Thank you.
So, ready?
I think so. I'm gonna take your recommendation.
Let's get it on, madam.
I'm gonna
anyway,
do the...
if you don't like it, just don't be shy. Just let us know. We will change it.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try the cheese. How do you say that?
Saganaki. Yes.
Saganaki.
It's fried, like in a small pan.
Can I also have the fish soup?
Sure, madam.
Now, how do you say that?
It's sarasupa kakavya. It's silent P.
Okay, I'll try that as well.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try the chicken that you mentioned.
The kotopolo.
Well, what would you recommend, the kotopolo or the
moussaka?
Moussaka.
I advise, madam, you can have the chicken for your main and then moussaka on the side, just to taste, you know.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. So you can taste everything.
Thank you. Perfect. Thank you so
you.
much.
Anyway, your holiday. You're in Greece.
Yes. Thank you. That's awesome service. Awesome service. So yeah, he said order as much as you want. So he's going to give me the moussaka on the side, and then the chicken, however you say that. He's going to give that to me as well. So, and I apologize for the lighting. It's not the best of lighting. I'm kind of sitting in the center of the dining room. I would have loved to have a window, but this is where they put me, so that's fine. As you see, lots of bread. And it's just me at the table, so they probably could have given me like 2 pieces, if that, but whole basket of bread. So he said this was fried cheese. It's very tasty. It's like a very dense mozzarella stick, like very dense. But it tastes just like a mozzarella stick. And there's honey on the plate, so if you taste it with the honey, it's really good. So yeah, think about a mozzarella stick with honey on it. That's pretty much what this is. Just, it's a very dense, very, very dense cheese. So while I'm sitting here having dinner again, I'm reading the paper. Something else that's interesting is that it says that there's no babysitting services on this ship. Any child under 5 years old must always be accompanied by an adult. So if you have anyone under 5, there's no kids club, no babysitting. And also, if kids 12 and under are not allowed in the jacuzzis. So that's different than some cruise lines that allow kids to kind of pile into the jacuzzi. So that's something very different. Something else, I signed up for a wine tasting. It's 15 euros if you decide to do something like that. It is kind of an exclusive event. I figured I might as well try some different. Yes, I'm finished. I'm finished. You can take it. Yes, I'm finished.
What's your name, ma'am?
RacQuelle.
RacQuelle?
Yes.
Oh, I'm RacQuelle. Thank you.
Yes.
Sure, Madam RacQuelle?
I'm finished with that. Yes.
So your soup coming, eh?
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. So, forgot what I was saying. It'll come back to me in a minute. So yeah, so that's interesting. But tonight they have a show called Fantastic. So 8:30 and 10 o'clock. I'm gonna hopefully try to get to the 8:30. That way, yeah, that's an hour and 15 minutes away. That way I can go to bed early tonight. But there's also karaoke, so there's a lot of different activities going on. They're just kind of spread all over the ship. So, thank you.
Enjoy your fish soup.
Thank you.
Okay.
Alright, so fish soup. So it has pieces of fish in it. Looks like little baby shrimp, like little salad shrimp maybe. It's good. It has a lot of fennel in it. I'm not a huge fan of fennel, but overall it tastes good. It's very hot. It comes out very hot. It looks like it has, I'm not gonna say octopus, but it looks like some tentacles in here. He said it's salmon and swordfish. So it doesn't taste bad at all. Very hot. I'm just not a huge fan of fennel, and it's very fennel heavy. But it's tasty and something lighter to have. So even though that was very fennel heavy, I finished it. It's very tasty. It really is. That's a lot of guitar for birthdays. Awesome, and a nice large cake too. I don't know if that's complimentary or if they paid for that, but it's a nice cake. So when he mentioned getting a side of moussaka, I thought he meant a side. That's like a full dish. I'm not gonna be able to eat all this. But I have Greek chicken. I can't recall what they called it. I think that's couscous. Some mixed veggies, and then the moussaka, which I've never had, so I'm excited to try it. It's like layers of eggplant, potatoes, and beef. So something new. I wanted to try it, but I didn't want a huge portion. He said a side, so I was thinking like on the side, but it's a big portion. So I definitely won't be eating all of this, but the service has been great and the food has been really good so far. So this kind of almost feels like specialty dining. So I do apologize if the pictures and videos kind of dark. I left my phone in the cabin. When I told him I was going to get it, he was like, no, enjoy your dinner without your phone. So you know what, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, so I apologize if it's dark, but we'll see how this tastes. All right, I am going to start with the moussaka because I've never had it before. So like I'm going to start there. Let's see. So again, it's eggplant, potatoes, and it's kind of layered together. A little bit of cheese and eggplant. Let's see. Oh, and cheese. It's very cheesy on the top. It's like a thick layer of cheese on the top. Hold on. It's like a lasagna. Just needs a pinch of salt, but it's pretty much a lasagna. But instead of noodles, it's potatoes and eggplant, but it tastes like lasagna. So not bad at all. It just needs a pinch of salt. I think the meat was under seasoned. Good though. Yeah, let's try this chicken. Yeah, that's couscous there. Well, that's seasoned. That's really good. I've had couscous before though. Chicken has a taste of cinnamon. That's the first thing I taste was the cinnamon. So whatever they season it with, it definitely has cinnamon in it. It's different. It's not bad. Not my favorite. I think I like the moussaka better than the chicken. But the chicken's moist. It's not dry. It's definitely seasoned, but it's seasoned with cinnamon. Not my style. So I think I'm gonna have the moussaka, the couscous. Yeah, I think that's gonna be dinner, but yeah, pretty solid. And the fact that you can order multiple, that's awesome. Now the menu was kind of limited. I think they had 3 or 4 starters, maybe 5 entrees. The dessert menu was not part of it, but the fact that you can order multiples is really nice. And of course you still have the buffet for dinner, and you have specialty dining if you want to do that. But this food is pretty soft for a main dining room. Really no complaints. I mean, cinnamon on chicken. It's not my thing, but somebody's apparently. Guys, dinner was delicious. I just feel like I've been eating all day. So yeah, I am stuffed and done. All right, guys, and on that note, I am headed to bed. I have no clue where I'm going tomorrow. I don't know which port, so you gotta stay tuned. So make sure you like this video, subscribe, and I will catch you guys tomorrow, wherever we're gonna be. I have no clue. See you later.